going to be very close. So let's see what's going to happen in the final race. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. It is going to get very closely picked out. But is Oscar going to try and take another win? Is Neil Smale going to be taking another win? Or try and take his first win, shall I say. But it is the final race of the season, and we are going to be in for a treat. Let's see what's going to happen. Oscar gets that rolling start to his advantage, but it is going to be very carefully picked. Noah has got to now try and get thereabouts to try and get onto to try and chase after the chasing pack, but it is going to be thereabouts. We'll try and see exactly what's going to happen with the two title contenders. Noah is trying to be thereabouts at the moment. It's had a bit of a rough and tumble. What is Rasmus going to do? But I tell you what, it's been a bit argy-bargy tonight in that second race. It all seemed to have kicked off yet again. I'll tell you what, it has been not really the easiest. I'll tell you what, it has been slightly disappointing to see slight moves not gone to happen. But I tell you what, it is going to be very carefully picked. I think the Rooster and of course his son are getting pounced on by Nuno. Nuno's trying to get there. Is he going to try and get the moves done? It looks like at the moment Oscar is still leading from Neil Smale at the moment, with Finley third, with the Rooster fourth, Nuno fifth at the moment, Jamie sixth, Brian Moncani at the moment seventh, with Rasmus trying to push on. But Rasmus has got to be very careful because Noah is on that charge. Noah is on the charge. He knows exactly what is going to happen, but it is going to be very carefully picked. But, you know, it is thereabouts. Brian and Jamie are having a bit of battle. Rasmus is there. Rasmus has got to be very careful, because he can't afford to take silly manoeuvres, especially the championship contenders. I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very close battle, because Jamie's trying to get alongside Brian Moncani, but Noah wants to get another car ahead of him. Rasmus is trying to, he's on the dirt at the moment, he's trying to make it 3-1. Excuse me. That was a bit unfortunate. Jamie's gone off at high speed there. And I think, you know, Rasmus needs to be careful, because he's already found himself in hot water this season. I'll tell you what, that was definitely taking near enough taking the two championship contenders out of the race. And I'll tell you what, that was nearly a heart-stopping moment. But that's allowed the likes of Finley. Oh, Finley's he's going to get overtaken by his dad at the moment, but Oscar still leads away from Neil Smale at the moment. It seems to be there, but I tell you what, it is going to be very unreal. I don't know exactly what has happened there, because Jamie seemed to have had the advantage, but Rasmus gave him a clip, and I'll tell you what, that sent him off. And it just seems to be a very close battle, but Rasmus is trying to push on. Noah's still there in 6th place at the moment, but I'll tell you what, is Noah going to be able to catch up? He's a bit 3.0 of a second at the moment. He's going to try and push on, but Nuno and of course the Rooster, both in all-wheel drive cars. I'll tell you what, this final race is going to be very carefully picked out. It's going to be very carefully. I'll tell you what, it's going to be close as you like, but Neil Smale is still there in 2nd place, with Oscar in 1st place at the moment, but Nuno's still there at the moment. Finley in 4th, and with his dad chasing him. This is what he doesn't want. He doesn't want this. He wants to get there, but Noah is catching these two up now. He is catching these two up. This is going to be very carefully, hopefully not going to damage the title fight, but it is going to be very carefully picked out. It is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, the Rooster is going to be very carefully to see exactly what's going to happen, but very easily picked out. We'll see exactly what is going to happen, because Noah is trying to put the Rooster under pressure for that 5th place at the moment. Brian Montgomery and Rasmus Omrund are both side by side. Again, this could end in tears if we're not careful between the pair of them. It's already been thereabouts, but you know, Rasmus is going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, Rasmus needs to be very careful because he's very lucky that he's not done any more damage limitation. But at the moment, Noah is still trying to catch up to the Rooster. Neil Smale is under attack from Nuno at the moment for that 2nd place. Nuno is trying to take 2nd away from Neil Smale. That is allowing Oscar. Oscar's around 5.1 seconds ahead of these two. These two are going to have to be very careful. They've had a bit of a memento. Neil clips the wall there, which is going to push him back down to 4th. He's almost there, but we can see exactly what's going to happen. But it looks like the Rooster trying to hold off Noah at the moment. Noah is also there. He's got the Rooster and Neil Smale almost together. These two. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, Noah's clipped the wall, has he? He's clipped the wall there slightly. With Rasmus in 7th, then Brian Montgomery 8th, Jamie in, of course, 9th at the moment. But I'll tell you what, it is going to go down the last couple of laps of the race. I'll tell you what, Nuno is in 2nd, then Finley in 3rd at the moment. So the Mustangs are 1 and 3. I do apologise. The Rooster 4th at the moment. Neil in 5th, then with Noah trying to catch him up. Noah's trying to literally catch him there, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be very closely picked. Neil gets that Lexus sideways, but he loses ground to Noah. At the moment, this is going to be very carefully picked. We'll see exactly how that is. That has actually been a stellar move, but that is allowed Noah to still push his way. He's up into 5th, then he's got Neil Smale alongside him. Neil knows exactly how to race, but he's got to be very careful going into Caltech's chase for the 3rd time. Then it's going to be thereabouts. They're almost there, but Neil goes off track. He's gone. He's had a bit of an issue there, whether he clipped the back of Noah and then realised, you know, that is exactly how it's going to be. But that is seriously, Noah's got around 2 cars between him and Brian Montgomery, so it may be enough for the title. It will probably most likely be, but we're on to lap 4 out of 6 with 3 laps to go. This is going to be very hair-raising because Oscar still leading the race from Nuno, followed by Finley, followed by Noah. The Rooster 5th, followed by Rasmus and Brian Montgomery. They're both now battling, so you know it's going to be thereabouts. It could be very close. Jamie in 8th and Neil in 9th. But this is exactly, you know, stuff like this, you know, side by side, we know it's going to happen. But you know, some of the moves I've seen tonight, I've not really been amazed by. It's been a bit of a, you know, situation where yes, okay, we're in for a championship fight, but it's not how the championship fight should be. This should be, you know, it's going to be thereabouts, but it's going to have to be very carefully picked. Noah is still there in 4th at the moment. The Rooster 5th. Oscar is still leading the race then from Nuno, followed by Finley at the moment. But you know, Noah's got the fastest lap, so you know he will take another point. But Brian Montgomery, I think he knows now that it could be essentially game over, and he knows what he's got to do. He's had to push all the way, but I tell you what, there has been a few issues. But it could be very carefully picked out, but it is thereabouts. But looking exactly what's going to happen. But Nuno's still there in 2nd, then Oscar still leading. But it's going to be very carefully picked out. No, it's still there in 4th at the moment. The Rooster 5th. But Rasmus still there in 6th place at the moment. He's lucky. He may find himself in a bit of bother with the stewards later. Jamie in 8th and Neil in 9th, and they're chasing each other down. Penultimate lap of the final race of the season, and this is exactly what we're going to try and see. Oscar is still there in first place, followed by Nuno in 2nd, with Finley in 3rd at the moment. Noah trying to take the podium, but at the moment the Rooster in 5th, and Rasmus in, of course, 6th place at the moment. It looks like he's almost trying to get Brian to go on the grass, but Brian's going to try and fight back. Brian is, he's lost a bit of ground. Rasmus has gained that advantage now. Jamie in 8th and Neil in 9th, but these two are going to have a bit of a battle, but this is allowing Oscar to escape up the road with that another victory of the season. Nuno still in 2nd at the moment, clips the wall slightly. Finley is there, but Noah clips the wall. But Noah will have the title. He will have the title because he's got 2 cars ahead of him, Brian Mulcahy. He's known what to do all night long. And I tell you what, it is going to be very close. Oh, Finley clips the wall, which almost takes Noah out as well. This is going to be carefully pit your moves. This is exactly how things go. But it is going to be a very carefully pit. I am seriously finding my voice that it is going to be very carefully pitched, but at the moment Oscar still leads the race then with a lap to go. It is going to be, what is going to happen, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen because Oscar's still there. Noah, yes, Noah is on the podium now. Oh, he's lost it though, he's lost it, because that's allowing Finley to get alongside. Finley gets that 3rd place back from Noah at the moment. Noah needs to get, he doesn't need to push too hard because Rasmus is dropped down to 8th. What has gone on between them? Has there been an issue between Brian and Rasmus? Or has Rasmus made a silly mistake? Because that's allowed Jamie into 7th now. Brian Mulcahy is only 1 car ahead behind, or 1 car behind Noah at the moment. He has got the Rooster in 5th place at the moment. Noah's dropped back down to 4th, Finley in 3rd. Brian's still there in 6th, Jamie 7th, Rasmus 8th, Neil Smale 9th. But this is allowing Oscar to take another astounding victory. It is going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly how well this is going to go for the final lap of the final race of the season, and it looks to me that we could be very carefully picked, but at the moment it is going to be thereabouts. I am just about there with my voice, but Noah is trying to get onto the back of Finley for that final spot on the podium at the moment. The Rooster still 5th, Brian Mulcahy 6th, Jamie 7th, with Rasmus all over the back of him. He could, these two have had a bit of an issue in lap number 1 this evening of this race, but it seems that Jamie is going to be thereabouts. But it is going to be very carefully pit. Rasmus is all over the back of Jamie at the moment. Neil Smell still there in 9th place at the moment, but Oscar coming down Conrad straight for the final time of the final race of the season. He is going to take a victory, and I'll tell you what, this lad is going to hopefully come back next season. We'll see exactly what is going to happen. He may be a champion in the making. He's got to really just settle down with where he pinpoints his car though, but this guy is now going to be thereabouts. He's about to go through Murray's corner for the final time and take an astounding victory, and I'll tell you what, he will be happy with that. Nuno will be 2nd then, so Nuno takes 2nd. Couple of podiums for Nuno thereabouts tonight. Finley in 3rd with Noah 4th, but Noah takes the championship, and that is what he wanted. He had to finish ahead of Brian Mulcahy in all 3 races tonight to take the championship. The Rooster in 5th then, Brian in 6th, Rasmus 7th, Jamie 8th, Neil Smale in, of course, 9th. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very carefully picked. I'll tell you what, it is going to be. But Oscar takes a victory in the final race then of the season, and I tell you what, it is going to be absolutely but I tell you what, Oscar takes an astounding victory from Nuno, followed by Finley, followed by Noah the champion that is. And I tell you what, in only his first full season of Eldersim racing on a Friday night, he has taken out the championship, followed by the Rooster and Brian Moncani and Rasmus Ommeren. And then, of course, Jamie Hillman and Neil Smell complete the field.